Hi everyone, this is Mitch from PickDogs.com here with your live show. Of course, we're live 7 days a week, 365 days a year, always at this time, always at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Of course, we also do a few other live shows this time of year. We're doing NFL preview shows and college football preview shows. And normally I've been doing the NFL preview on Wednesday. I think I'm going to move it to Thursday. And we'll see. It'll either be NFL or college football part one. I was thinking of maybe doing college football part one, then NFL, then college football part two. I don't know. Or maybe just do college football big game hunting or something. Like we'll do college football, the big games, and then we could do like football Q&A on Fridays or something. So anyways, of course, we're here 7 days a week, 365 days a year. We got Major League Baseball, college football. We got NBA preseason, NHL, all going on right now. Of course, WNBA playoffs as well. That we have covered at the website. I generally don't cover that. And, NBA preseason is pretty tough, but we have it all covered at the site. And I'm really excited about everything that's going on at PickDogs. So hopefully you've had a chance to check out PickDogs.com. I'm going to guess the YouTube notifications haven't gone out. But that happens. Everyone knows I'm live at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time every single day. So, of course, also, good morning. Of course, also we have our football preview show today as well. I think I'm going to just do, I think for football, it's like a work in progress. I think what we'll do is like, I'm feeling a lot better. I'm actually coming down with something. So that's why like I couldn't figure out like yesterday. I was so tired. Awesome. People are getting the notifications. Cool. So, yeah, those of you that are joining us a little late, good morning. And what I'm talking about just real quickly is that I'm thinking about changing the format of the football shows, doing just college football big game hunting. Like we'll just go over the big games instead of like all these smaller games. Maybe just the TV games. Then we'll do an NFL show where we go over all the games just like we have been. And then on Friday, do college football free-for-all. Or just do football free-for-all, where you guys can ask about any NFL game, any NFL questions, college football questions. Yeah, the notifications on Facebook are definitely better. Morning. Yeah, sometimes I know they come out. I don't know. Morning. That what's your best bet today? That's always an interesting question because to me, it's like some of the handicappers out there, and I hear this all the time, and I hear this from people as well, and handicappers are people, at least some of them, right? Some of them, I don't know what they are. But in general, one of the things that I hear is like, you can only bet so many games a day, or, this is the amount of games you should be betting a day. But then you have games, so people ask, what's your best bet? So like days like today, I don't really have a best bet, So, would I bet 3 games today and then only bet 3 games on a day like Saturday where I see a ton of college football games that I absolutely love? I love. I love this week's college football card. You guys know throughout the years, when I say I love a week, those are always my best weeks. Like on NFL, college football, college basketball, baseball, any day that I ever say I love it, those are always my best days. I would say 95% of the time. I don't believe in the ranking system. So it's not going to be the ranking that these guys that don't watch the games have. I don't acknowledge the polls, the rankings. We at the end of the season, I'll look at and see who's the best teams. But as far as like these guys who vote that don't watch the games, I mean, what's the point? It never makes sense. There's always a team ahead of another team in the polls with the identical record where one team beat the other team. It's always like that. It's like, did that game not happen? It's like that's I do not believe in it. Yeah, we do. It's Team A versus Team B with the line, if you want it. This is a big number. I'm leaning towards the under in this one. App State has a pretty good defense. So right now it's a lean to the under. This is a crazy price on this game. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Minus 170. Bueller is good, but Strasburg has been exceptional. The issue here, I think you have to go with the Dodgers because the issue with this one, like I said in my video that I did of this game on our YouTube channel, this game is likely to go to the bullpen. I think both of the starting pitchers are going to take care of business. So that means this one goes to the bullpen. So I'm going to go with so I got under in the CFB, and then I'm taking the Dodgers. I don't love it. That's for sure. Yeah, I did a video on this one, but I'm still sticking with App State. I think when you have a road team that's a pick, that means they're basically 3-point favorites. And I just, to me, I know, I'm not popular with the fantasy players. That's why we have Brett. And, I understand all those things. But to me, teams that play defense, that's what it's all about. So I got App State in this. I think App State's defense is just better. I just think their defense is better. And I think that's the difference in this game. I think App State will be able to score on ULL, and I think ULL will be able to score on App State. I think just not as much. App State, those of you that aren't as familiar with these teams, I know they have a different coach. Their coach gets better jobs, but and I'm not saying the App State job is a bad job. I mean, it's a Division I program and all of that kind of good stuff. There's just bigger programs with bigger budgets, Power 5 conference, all that other stuff. So, but App State traditionally inside the 10-yard line is a rock. There's like impossible to score on inside the 10. So opponents settle for a lot of field goals. And at this level of football, where these guys are at in these conferences, the kickers are not nearly as good. And we've seen kickers even at the NFL struggling this year. So I'm telling you, when you have a team that makes it very, very hard to get into the end zone, yeah. So Alvin is saying, like, how many points App State has given up. Let's look at who they've played. Let's look, because at this point of the season, you have to remember they're just heading into conference play. So more than likely, when you look at the schedule, I know one of them was North Carolina, right? So when you look at the schedule, and you see who App State has given those points up to, they gave up 37 to Coastal, right? Last time out. Let's take a look at the game. They give up 31 to North Carolina, 41 to Charlotte, and 7 to East Tennessee State. Let's look at the game. This is the way to do it. You look at the game. Coastal scored 2 touchdowns. They scored late. Most of the game they were at 21. They scored out of the gate. They let up a big play. And played a much tougher schedule. Both teams will be conservative. Yep, we talked about this already. Yeah, I mean, if you must. I mean, this is what we do, right? So I'm not. I could sit here and lie and say I'm not going to bet it, and I wouldn't bet or anything like that, but I am. It's the only game on. But if it was Saturday and there was 25 other games or 50 other games or whatever or 100 other games, I wouldn't bet this game. This is the difference, like between some of the other handicappers and me, right? And you look at like their records and everything, is that they get to they cherry pick through the schedule. I never do. Like when the premium area opens, I would have a pick in this game regardless. And these games kill my record. They kill it. So maybe Alvin's onto something, because these are the games that kill my record. I know it. So I'm going with App State. I don't care. I don't see how they've been strange, but that's just me. What do you, what in what regard? Like, I mean, baseball is a strange game. It is, right? You have this round bat, and then you have hitting a round ball, and then like the field is perfectly manicured, and the dirt is raked, and they drag that like it's like a chain link fence over it, right, with a tractor, like in between innings and stuff. Yet the ball still takes funny bounces. Right? It's like, how does this happen? That's baseball, and that's when we rank sports, everyone knows college football and boxing are my two favorites, right? And then, of course, college basketball, NFL, and NBA, they all kind of fit into that next realm. And then baseball is kind of below that, right? And for all of us, it's almost like that too. Most people. I know there's people that love baseball, right? But baseball is the one sport that you could go to. I said this in our Facebook group in one of the conversations. You can go to the ballpark every single day. Or you can watch a game on TV. I have the baseball package or whatever you call it. And, so I watch more than one game a day. But if you just watch one game a day for 162 games, you will see something in every single game that you've never seen before. And that is what baseball is. Yeah, it's just crazy. So I agree with you. And I'm also glad to see you back. See, here's an example of a person where we had somewhat of a misunderstanding or whatever, and it's like we hashed it out. This is what we do. Everyone says things that they don't mean. I don't always think before I speak. I always think before I act. A lot of times I don't know who this is, right? He has a different name on Facebook than he does on YouTube. So I wouldn't know. Yeah, it's been this one has been back and forth. It's been at 1.5 most of the time that I've seen it. I like the Cardinals in this one. Like I said, I think the Cardinals have the chance to go to the World Series, and I think if they get there, they're going to be dangerous. I've said this all along, and I'm going to stick with it. I'm taking the Cardinals in this game. I like the way Foltevich is pitched. I think he's outstanding, and I think Flaherty actually is not the better pitcher in this matchup. I think it's Foltevich. But I think the Cardinals just find a way. They just find a way. We've seen Yachty do things in this series that we've never seen from him, and that's why, Breadwinner said that before, that, these baseballs have been strange. We've seen Yachty Molina make bad throws, errors. I mean, this is a guy that, he's a first ballot Hall of Famer. This is the best catcher we've seen in Major League Baseball since Pudge Rodriguez. This is Yachty Molina, multiple World Series winner, he is the guy, for the Cardinals. He might not be their best player anymore, and he might not be their best bat, and he might not be anything like that. But I guarantee, and I've never been there, of course, but I guarantee, and I know we have tons of Cardinal fans, but I'll tell you one thing. You go into the Cardinal clubhouse, he's the guy. He's the leader of this team. No doubt about it. But so I'm going to take the Cards in this one. I think this is Yachty's game. Why do I like guys like Yachty and Pudge Rodriguez? Because I love defense. In every sport, Defense does it all. It's the most underrated thing in sports, in baseball. Home runs happen, right? And I don't know. I guess that's bad defense by the pitcher, but what do you think is more costly to a team? When a guy smacks a 2-run double, or when it's 2 outs and a guy on second and the third baseman kicks it, and the guy scores when they would have been out of the inning? It always seems to compound, right? When there's an error, it always seems to compound. So I just think the Cardinals are super sound, and I think that they don't make a lot of mistakes. The Cardinals, and I hate to make this analogy, but I think their organization is a lot like the New England Patriots, where it's just really, really well run, from top to bottom. I'm a Dolphins season ticket holder. I admit it, right? I have nothing to hide there, right? I've always been a Dolphins season ticket holder. They've been around 50 years. I think my family's had those tickets for 50 years. So I get emails from the Dolphins about parking and all these different things, and every single time they send me an email or communicate with me, I always have to call them because I don't even understand what they're saying. It's like, what exactly do you want me to do, and what is this email about? And I always say the same thing to them when I call them. I bet you St. Louis Cardinal fans never have to go through this. It's like, I bet you they never have to do this. I'm like, that's why this is a team that since 1910 or whatever has consistently won. Since 1910. The Cardinals have been doing it for 100 years. It's like the Dean brothers, Stan Musial, go all the way back. This is an organization where they teach their players, guys like Chris Carpenter, a few years ago, he was, cast out in Toronto, had surgery, looked like he was done. He goes to the Cardinals, they teach him a few new pitches. This guy wins a Cy Young Award. This is what the Cardinals do. They manufacture runs. We saw in game 1 when they stole third base and turned that into a run. They saw something on Keuchel. It was like, this guy hasn't given up this all year, to third. We saw a guy, Dexter Fowler, fake like he wasn't going to round second base and go to third, caused a lazy throw by the outfielder, and he took third base on him on what should have been a one-base advance. This is what they do. This is what this team does. This is what this organization does. The scouting is exceptional. It's off the chart. It's like, this is why you have a team that wins every single year. They might not be in the playoffs every single year. They might not, be in the World Series every year. They might not win the World Series every year. They might not have all-star players, which, it seems like they never do. But this is an organization that traditionally makes all the right moves. How in the hell do you get Paul Goldschmidt? How do you pry this guy away from the Diamondbacks? Like when I lived in Chicago, Paul Konerko was our guy, right? He was our first baseman. And everyone knows I'm a White Sox fan, so I can say he's our first baseman, right? And he hit, 2 outs, bases loaded, down by 3 in the World Series. He hits the home run, right? It's like, this is our guy, right? And other teams were like, we want Konerko. We would love Konerko. The Yankees were interested in Konerko. The White Sox were like, no way in hell. I don't see how the Diamondbacks trade Paul Goldschmidt. Yeah, I'm showing the line around there too. I'm glad you have found me too. I know there are thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of people out there that haven't found me yet. Both. I'm a huge boxing fan. If there's ever a big fight, I'm usually there at all the big fights. My friend Rob Peters, who I'd love to have on the show, I know he was a fan. I know he watches. He works at the Wild Card Gym with Freddie Roach, and they train the boxers, and so I get a chance to meet a lot of these great boxers. It's awesome. And Rob is the one that got me going to the fights because he got Freddie. Because we followed Manny from like when he was way, way back, when he first came over, and we supported him back then, Freddie always took care of us for the Pacquiao fights, for tickets. We had to pay because that's how they get paid. Like the fighters, when you see that a fighter makes $40 million, some of those might be in tickets. Like a lot of it, like 4 million of it could be in tickets or something. So I pay Freddie for the tickets, but he makes sure it gets like De La Hoya fight, the Mayweather fight, whatever, you know. But Freddie always gets us tickets, and that's awesome. I appreciate it if you're watching. But I would love to get Rob Peters on the show and Freddie. They're awesome people. All right, someone's gone. Someone doesn't want to be on our show. Thank me later. That's called we call that amateur hour. Yeah, so you post that in the Facebook group, but you never post thank me later. That is amateur hour, is what we call that. Joke. Thank me later. So this is what I never understand. Yeah, we only go over the games the day of the game or on our football show. We gotta find this guy. Yeah, it's like thank me later. So if you lose, do we get to kick you in the teeth later? I don't even understand it. If you have picks, you put them in the Facebook group. That's what it's for. Or you can start your own YouTube channel and do your own show. You know, that's what I always recommend. So if you want your own show, you should do it. Anyways, please hit the thumbs up. Dodgers -1.5. We did this one, I believe. That's for sure. Thank me later. It's like, I mean, how arrogant, you know? It's like, so when you lose, we never see you again, right? It's like, so if we lose, we all get to kick you in the teeth. Is that what happens, or do you pay us? Or do you pay us back our bets? Thank me later. So when you lose, what do we get to do to you later then? Berate you? That's really not what we're all about. Amateur hour. Thank me later. Might as well just say amateur hour. Dodgers -1.5. This is tough. I don't like that Nats bullpen. And the Dodgers, the thing is when they start hitting those long balls, they seem to really be going. I'd take a punt on this. I'd take a shot at it. I'm not saying to go out and do it, but I'm probably gonna. So, what the hell? Yep, Yachty is what this is about. I don't know if it's the battle of the number one draft pick. There's some other pretty crappy teams out there. The Bengals are pretty crappy too, and I mean they lost at home to the Cardinals, so they're crappy, man. There's some bad teams out there, and you got to remember, like late in the season, there's some garbage wins that happen too. Yeah, we're going to have these shirts for sale, and I'm also going to do giveaways in conjunction with the premium area. But I can't afford to do like just everybody gets a free shirt right now because this is a startup operation. It's not like my other site where we had. I mean, you guys go to pickdogs.com. Hopefully you guys have been there. Hopefully you guys have been there. To pickdogs.com, but you see we don't have it like bombed with ads or anything. We don't make any money at all. It's 100% out of my pocket. I'm paying the writers, I'm paying the website development, I'm paying everything. The pictures, and the pictures you see on the site, it's $12,000 a year or something. It's everything has a cost. So at Sports Chat, where after a while you start making money, and you have the ads, you have the premium area, you have all these different sources of income. And yeah, I go from a 1-bedroom apartment in Chicago to a house in Hawaii. That's all great. But with Pick Dogs, I mean, if I don't get this thing rolling soon, I'll have to sell this house in Hawaii to support the site. I mean, that's really where I'm at. So giving away free T-shirts, just not a priority right now. Of course, I would love to do it. I have 3 of these, and that's it. I have 3 like this. I have 3 with the big ones that I do in the other video, and then I have 3 of each of the hats, the black and the white. But we'll have them for sale if you guys want them, for sure. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, especially to some people that are assholes on the show. Yeah, I did a video on this one on YouTube. This was one that I gave a pick out on. If you guys could please hit the thumbs up if you're watching on YouTube. Greatly appreciate it. If you're watching on a mobile device and you can't see where to hit the thumbs up, and you can't see where to hit the thumbs up, you have to shrink the comments. You hit the thumbs up and then you come back. But I did a video on this one already. Yeah, I'm glad that you found me. See, I get this comment, and I say this on every show. I get one or two of these every single day. And that just goes to show you that there are thousands and thousands of people, thousands and thousands and thousands of people that haven't found me. And that's why I keep saying, hit the thumbs up, share, like, do all those things. Rob is mad. He hit the thumbs down. Morning. Free fall. Free for all. Yeah, that every show is free for all. Every single show is free for all. Every single one that we do now. Except, well, the 11 a.m. show is always free for all, every day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. The 11 o'clock show is free for all format. The 4 o'clock show, where I just do NFL and college football, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, that we just read off the picks. But we're going to change the format of that. But yeah, I love it. Yeah, we're going to have them for sale. Like I said, I'm probably going to give these away in conjunction with the premium area. Because, like I said, I have to start making money with the site or else I'm going to have to sell my house. True story. We have an email newsletter with a free pick. Yes, I will. If you go to the website, there's an email sign up. So go to pickdogs.com and you'll see there's an email sign up box. Yep, a lot of people were. So we've gone over the games today. So we took the under in the college football game. I also took App State plus the points. Took the Dodgers minus 170. We took the Cardinals at minus 111. I also took the run line with the Dodgers. I'm going to be back later on about 4 o'clock Eastern time. Going to go over, normally I do NFL on Wednesday. I don't know. We'll either do NFL or college football. And then maybe we'll do college football because there is a game tonight. And then we'll just do big game college football. And then Thursday we'll do NFL. And then Friday we'll do football free-for-all show at 4 p.m. We'll just go over everything. All right, this is Mitch. Thanks for joining me. Have a great day, everyone. I'll see you guys at 4 o'clock Eastern time. Be sure to hit the thumbs up. Be sure to visit pickdogs.com. Biggest and best project yet. Those of you just finding me again, by all means, welcome. And it's going to be my biggest and best yet. I promise. Niners make the playoffs. My take. What do you think? I think when you start the season undefeated, I think you have a good chance. But as we talked about yesterday on this show, we went through the Niners' schedule, and it is back end impossible. The back end, it's like they're lucky if they win 2 games of their last 8. Anyways, have a great day, everyone. This is Mitch. Thanks for joining me. I really appreciate you guys showing up, asking your questions, hitting the thumbs up, visiting pickdogs.com, and all that kind of good stuff. Have a great day, everyone. I'll see you guys at 4 p.m. Eastern time. Any questions, any comments, anything, email me, Mitch at pickdogs.com. And, of course, join us in our Facebook group where I'm even involved in the discussion all day long. I don't just have a Facebook group and like, let you guys talk or whatever. I'm part of the discussion. I'm not as active as some of you guys, but I try and get in. If there's something where I can chime in my 2 cents, I usually do. You guys know that. Have a great day.